Okay, Jayesh, we'll leave it at that. In fact, let's get a move on and let's talk about what's happening with Essel Propack. That's the one company which is in currently focus. Blackstone, remember, has sold a 23% stake in the company. So what is the future looking like? What are the growth drivers? And what is the business strategy? We've got on board with us Sudhanshu Vats, MD and CEO at Essel Propack, joining in the show right now. Sudhanshu, hi, morning. Good to have you on the show. The Blackstone Group has sold nearly about a third of its stake in Essel Propack. Will they be looking to pare off more stake, or does it stop here?
Thank you. No, I think this is a one-time event. They will continue to hold about 52% now, and I think they are excited with this opportunity, and they will continue to hold this.
Sure. How's the demand been for you in the second quarter? Has there been any impact that you've seen of the localized lockdowns on the business? And how far would you say are you still from pre-COVID levels?
So we are actually, we operate in staples business. So for us, the demand in quarter one was also very good. As a matter of fact, as we go forward, I think with the impact of economy, we have to be, cautiously optimistic about how the demand moves on. As you know, we delivered 17.7% growth in revenue in quarter one with a 35% growth in EBITDA. We continue to be optimistic and will remain on growth trajectory. It will, however, depend on how the demand pans out as we move forward. The sporadic lockdowns, as you talked about, have impacted partially, but the good news is it's a couple of days, it's on and off. But as I speak to you, I can tell you that all our 20 plants across 10 countries and 4 continents are fully operational, and we are working to capacity.
Sudhanshu, morning. We are expected to now see a shift from plastic to illuminated tubes. How do you see this benefiting the company, and what is the kind of increased revenue that you're expecting here?
Yeah, so you're right. We are global leaders in laminated tubes. We actually do about 8 billion tubes across the world. And I think as the shift continues to happen from both aluminium and plastic to laminated tubes, we are very confident that we will benefit from this shift. I think the other good news is also as we are gearing up for the future, we are building sustainable laminates, so under the brand name Platina. And I'm happy to share with you that our Platina range of laminates, which are 100% recyclable, have now been qualified by APR, which is Association of Plastic Recyclers in America, Recyclers in Europe, and BIS in India. So we are very well geared up as we go forward.
And, with the expansion of newer categories, the contribution of the oral care as well in Essel's total tube revenues, that seems to be on the decline. Will you be focusing more on other segments, or do you think that oral care is going to be the main focus?
No, we will. As we go forward, we will continue to strengthen and diversify our portfolio. That doesn't mean we don't do oral care. What it means is that we will be building a portfolio across categories, which is oral care, beauty and cosmetics, and of course, various subcategories within beauty and cosmetics, pharma, food, home, and industrial. So as we continue to grow this, you will see that the share of oral care in our portfolio will progressively come down. And as you know, in FY20, that number was 55% oral care and 45% for all other categories. And in Q1 FY21, that number is already 51-49. So we are confident of continuously inching up this number as we go forward and building a very diversified portfolio across categories.
Okay. What about the Europe business? So what's the kind of momentum that you're seeing and the kind of drivers for growth when it comes to that part of the business?
So our Europe business has also delivered very well in the recent times. So I think, one of the key tasks we have there is to continue to grow our margins. And as you would know, in the last 18 odd months, so we were about 10% EBITDA margin in Europe in FY19, which is March of 19. That number went to about 12.5 in FY20 or March of 20. And we are now at 15% in June 2020, which is Q1 FY21. So our endeavor would be to continue to scale up Europe business, balance it again there. And there, fortunately, we have a very strong beauty and cosmetics portfolio, but we need more anchor oral care customers. And I think that's the job which is on. We already have one large global major on board who will start supplying in 2021 onwards. So I think oral care business will continue to leverage through scale, bring in operational efficiencies and drive margins, which is the key job to be done in that job.
Okay, and give us a sense as to what the outlook is on the sanitizer tubes that the company had launched, the hand sanitizer tubes, that is. What has been the demand for that product? And, do you think that this is something that the company could look at a little bit more closely, the kind of growth opportunity you see from it in FY21?
This is again, thanks for asking this, because hand sanitizers tubes is one area we've done very well. Actually, we've opened up this category in health and hygiene. So as COVID set in, we were able to convert that challenge into an opportunity. We've got 150 million pipeline orders. Of that, we've converted about 2/3 or commercialized 2/3 already in Q1 and Q2. So I think it is a great opportunity. We now are working with 50+ brands across the world, many global brands and equally quite a few local brands. I see this stabilizing at a different level though, because I think that the orders we saw in the first 3 to 4 months when the fear of COVID was the highest, seems to be a lot of pipeline filling, and that may not sustain at that level. Having said that, health and hygiene is a sticky trend. And our ability to build hand sanitization tubes, basically, or deliver hand sanitizers in tubes, and even moving forward, hand soaps in tubes which you can carry around with you. So when you have water, you would perhaps preferably use hand soaps, and then when you don't have water, you would use hand sanitizers. But we see this continuing. We also will be seeing the second level of spurt in demand when travel resumes. And when we start resuming when we start stepping out once again, I think that's where we will see a lot of people carrying these tubes with them, because this is a sticky trend in our opinion.
Wish you all the very best. Appreciate you taking the time out and joining in, giving us a glimpse as to how things are shaping up for the company, your future growth drivers, as well as your focus on personal care products.